Before I start, I want to say this clearly. This channel isn't about proving anything. It's about documenting experiences I've had growing up and what I've encountered while exploring the unexplained as an adult. Some of these experiences happened when I was young. Others are recent. All of them are real to me. I don't claim to have answers. I don't ask anyone to believe me. I'm here to share what I've seen, what I've felt, and what I've documented, and let you decide what you think. If you're skeptical, you're welcome here. If you've had experiences of your own, you're welcome too. This is simply a record of unexplained moments in my life. The Pond at Black Hallow. Growing up in Rockwood, Tennessee, there was one rule that never needed explaining. Don't go near the pond in Black Hallow. Not in daylight. Not at dusk. And never when the fog rolls in. Black Hallow sits just past the last bend of the old service road, where the trees crowd so close they block the sky. The woods there feel older than the rest of Roane County, gnarled oaks with roots like fingers, mud that pulls at your boots, and a stillness that makes your ears ring. No birds, no insects, just water and breath and waiting. The pond itself doesn't look dangerous at first. It's narrow, almost creek-like, with dark water that never reflects the sky right. Even on sunny days, the surface stays dim, like it's holding on to night. The old folks said the pond was bottomless. Others said it was fed by an underground spring that never warmed. And then there was the story nobody liked to finish. A young mother. A winter flood. A baby that never made it home. They said she went into the water screaming, clawing at the mud, trying to keep her child above the surface. They said the woods swallowed her cries, and the pond kept what it was given. We laughed that off. Of course we did. We were kids with flashlights and bravado, and that reckless courage you only get before the world teaches you better. So one evening, mist hanging low, rain just starting, we went anyway. 5 of us. By the time we reached the pond, the woods felt wrong. Sound didn't travel. Our footsteps were dull, like we were walking through something thicker than air. The water was smooth, except for slow ripples spreading out from the center. Then the crying started. Soft at first, a baby's cry, broken, wet, close enough to make your skin prickle. We froze. That's just someone messing with us, someone whispered. That's when the water moved. Not splashing, not bubbling, just lifting. A hand broke the surface. It wasn't flesh, not fully. It glowed faint blue, like moonlight trapped under skin. Water streamed through it instead of off it, running down the arm and back into the pond as if gravity didn't apply the way it should. The fingers twitched, curled, reached. The ripples spread wide, perfectly round, touching the muddy banks at the same time. None of us could breathe. None of us could scream. And then, clear as anything I've ever heard, the baby cried again, right beside us. We ran. Branches tore at our clothes. Someone fell. Someone was praying. I don't remember how we made it back to the road, only that when we finally stopped, soaked and shaking, one of us realized something was wrong. Mud, black pond mud, was smeared across my sleeve. Not splashed, not fallen into. Grasped. To this day, Black Hallow hasn't changed. On misty nights, locals still hear the crying, always just after rain. Hunters won't camp near the pond, dogs refuse to cross the tree line, and sometimes, if the fog is thick enough and the woods are quiet enough, you can see ripples moving where no wind blows. They say the hand still rises, not to drag anyone under, but to ask for help, for the child she never saved, for someone brave or foolish enough to reach back. And that's why, if you're ever near Rockwood and the rain starts falling just right, you keep walking, because Black Hallow remembers everyone who stops. People who've spent time in those woods know about the growler, though nobody calls it that out loud. It never comes at you from the front. You'll be walking the old trail, mud sucking at your boots, when you realize there's a second set of footsteps, perfectly timed with yours. Stop, and they stop. Take a step, and they answer. Then comes the breathing. Slow, wet, heavy, right at the base of your neck, close enough to warm your skin. Low in its chest is a growl, not angry, not loud, patient, like it's deciding. Every instinct tells you to turn around, and everyone does. There's never anything there. No tracks, no broken branches, no shape in the fog. But the moment you face forward again, the breathing returns, closer this time, the growl vibrating through your spine. Some swear they've felt its breath move their hair. Others say it leans in, learning your scent, memorizing your fear. The old folks believe it's the woods itself, something born from grief, water, and time, guarding the pond and everything it's claimed. If you're lucky, it follows you only to the edge of Black Hallow, where the trees thin and the air feels alive again. The footsteps fade, the breathing stops. But those who panic, who run, who scream, who answer the crying, sometimes vanish. And later, on a misty, rain-soaked night, a new sound joins the pond. Not a baby, not a woman, but a deep, familiar growl, pacing just behind someone else who didn't listen. Because in Black Hallow, you're never truly alone. And whatever walks with you doesn't need to be seen to know where you are.